And then I was like, how much years? I was like, oh, I had my bike, I ride so fast, they coffee, they were drinking, and then the whole team laughed. They thought it was really funny. And then they didn't really laugh. But I'm feeling sad.
Head game when I'm in that spot. I'm like, well, can I more lean? Yeah. Or if I do a bit more, am I going to just slide the bike out? So
have you done that?
Only once, but it was turn 9. It was my first ever low.
The trip's been a big one, not going to lie. Yesterday was probably the hardest with the weather and the big climb.
My eyes was so fogged up. I'm like, what's everyone doing?
Happy, not happy.
Wasn't a lot of happy thoughts.
And the first half of the day, I was on S1000, and that was a really, really rewarding bike, but the most physical. So I am close to being done.
Yeah, you worried a lot about what I went for that. As a general human.
Yeah, it was really, really draining how hard you had to work. Ready for a break, ready for something else.
Yeah, it's a shame the trip is coming to an end. Not a shame, because we still have the track venture.
In 20 years of riding, this is the first time I've done a long trip like this. I have to say it was quite the experience. Here we are, day 4, heading into Melbourne today, the last leg of the ride. So today, day 4, what am I going to get? I pulled a lucky key out of the drawer. The ultimate powerhouse, the pinnacle of BMW's motorcycling range is the 310. It's the 310. Well, I get to ride this beast all day today. Let's go. Everyone's riding everything else. Let's do the run around. Carly, what are you riding?
I got the 719 90.
90. Christine?
I've got the 1290.
Old man bike, but fun. Gus, what do you got?
The rocket ship.
The pinnacle, the beast. And Chappie.
GS all the way, baby.
Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun today. Next stop is going to be Melbourne City. End of the run. We'll see you guys soon.
Last day, here we go. Yesterday we were trying to be as relaxed as we could be on the bars. And yeah, it was pretty hard. Tough conditions, it was really wet. And really tough conditions, and just trying to be relaxed on the bars, man, was really helped over the bark and the rain and the lines, and there was traffic, and yeah, it was a bit of a tester for myself. Like, we all stopped at the bottom of that hill and sort of hugs all around going, we made it. A little bit different as opposed to a technique. How about we just look at setting ourselves up for the best success when we're on our bike. People jump on a bike and often we don't adjust anything to make it comfortable. Different size, different shapes, and we're all jumping from bike to bike to bike. But bike ergonomics is really important, and also with regards to height. So it's really common for levers to be really high, and that can make our wrists do extra work as well. So we want the levers to be there, not up and not too far down. Usually they come out from factory quite high, but we don't sort of think about where our levers are. So that's what we would maybe do today.
So yeah, it's like a little bit bittersweet that it's over, but I'm looking forward to the next part of this trip where we head over to Phillip Island. This whole adventure has just been epic. The handling, the power, but BMW just makes an amazing motorcycle. I own one for the road, and I would definitely buy another one again. 100%.
The precision, the fueling mapping everything is just amazing. We were talking about it before. It feels like those precision engineering when you see those block of metal that they just sit in, you don't see the seam anymore. It's that type of perfection. Amazing bike. Here somewhere?
Yeah, anywhere is fine.
The 300, the 310, that was so much fun. The 19 Cafe Racer, really enjoyed that. Had a lot of fun on that today as well.
We've got an hour and a half left to Melbourne, so we've just been on the freeway and it's cold.
So, 4 days of amazing riding from Sydney to Melbourne, and we got to finish here at Saint in Melbourne, which is an amazing shop. Wherever you look, there's something interesting to look at. There's cars, there's bikes, there's scooters, airplanes, everything, and the clothes are amazing, man. We've been wearing these throughout the journey from Sydney to Melbourne, and it looks schmick. So it's great to finish here, and we're having some gathering here with other riders, and I'm pumped about it. And I lost my thought again, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let me start again. Maybe you can use some of that intro.
You'd call it a shop, but it's not even. It's a phenomenal warehouse with so many relics. Anything that goes around corners or even flies in the sky is kicking around here. It's such a cool spot. We've pulled up.
Saint has some amazing gear. I'm repping the Saint gear. I own Saint gear myself. It is the most comfortable, casual riding gear that still has armor and inbuilt protection far beyond anything else I've worn. We've got our leathers and motorcycle riding and racing and track stuff, but as far as on the road, this stuff here is stuff I can wear all day, every day. If I'm going into the office and I want to leave my riding gear on, I can still wear it all day long. So Saint gear, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
I started off the 2 days on the RTs, the cafes, and really took a liking to them. And then today I had the Mighty GS. The bike remains super stable no matter what you do to it. If you pound on the gas, then it's super stable. If you pound on the brakes, it's super stable. The motor on this thing is an absolute weapon, absolute beast. I actually think they should put that motor in, and anything that BMW releases that's a Boxster, that engine is stupid good. To the point where the S1000M, who was being ridden by Greg today, we lined up on the highway. We had comms on, put them both in third gear, and there's absolutely no difference from 4,000 RPM to the top of third between this bike and an S1000RR M-Spec. And that just shows you how good that motor is. And it's got a quick shifter and auto blipper, so you don't have to stop when you run out of the revs. You just pick another gear and away it goes. It is obscenely good.
It was a very hard choice to pick a favorite bike because they are amazing bikes. I had a lot of fun on the 310. Surprise, surprise. It does lack a bit of power, but once you get the momentum going, there's nothing to stop that thing. It's such a little tiny bike that you can chuck it around and just make the corner as long as you keep the momentum going. Yeah, man, you keep up with the big ones. Is such a fun little bike. So it was a very, very difficult choice. And I got to ride all of them. The R1290, the older version, a bit raw, a bit less refined, a bit stiffer suspension. But I think I like the soft version of it. And got to ride the GS R1300. With knobbly tires. That was very interesting through the rain. Very comfy. You don't get any wind. You have electric windscreen and heated seats, heated grips, radar, cruise control.
What a trip. It was absolutely awesome. So fun to ride the bikes.
So fun to experience the roads. We had rain, we had beautiful weather, we had freezing cold on the freeway for the last trip, but it's been a great 4 days. I've really enjoyed myself. So you see the bike I have sitting here. It was a tough choice, like which one would I choose? But went for an everyday, something that I could have fun in the corners in, cruise around town, go out for coffee, just have a bit of fun. I had to go with this. I'm not a tall person, but to find something that I felt like I could reach the ground on, handles great in the corners, and it's got some really good grunt, this just worked for me. I really enjoyed it. Like the cornering was fantastic. Riding it around the city was great. You know, usually I get a bit intimidated about that, trying to reach the ground. I was able to lane filter with it, get through traffic, and park. I was actually able to reverse park this. So yeah, surprised, but this was my pick. I had a lot of fun on the 310 as well, but at the end of the day, I like it. I like a bit of power. I like being able to just get out of a situation.
Rolling into Melbourne here at the end was a bit sad, to be honest. I was a bit upset because I was like, it's over. You know, you think 4 days, it's going to be so long, but then it's over before you know it, because you know what they say? Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. It sure went as quick as a blink, in the blink of an eye. The best pick, the peak of motorcycles for me, was this bad boy right here, the R9T 719. Coming from a sports bike background, you know, obviously with a bit of supermoto in there, this ticked all the boxes. It was the most comfortable bike to ride. It was the best performing motorcycle. It reminded me of a split of like a sports bike and a supermoto kind of in one. So it was really a lot of fun. The power was there. The comfort was there. An all-round fantastic handling motorcycle. But I've done something a bit different. I've snuck this bad boy over here to my left in this scene, because not far behind that, surprisingly, is the GS 1200. With that torque that it has down low, and the 1300 engine just has that kick of power that this slightly lacks, but makes up for in handling. That's where only on the issue with that is the knobbies. If we took the knobbies off that and put some kind of a road tire, that could be competing directly with this one here on another level. But it's just the knobbies that held this back. Still a surprisingly fantastic motorcycle for the size that it is. Being big, you know, you kind of have this impression that it's going to be a large and cumbersome motorcycle. Giant supermoto. So it looks like a lot of fun. Probably a bit too touring for my liking.
I never like this one, but I'll ride it.
But it's quite the opposite. It tips in really nice and fast. It holds a line. Yeah, it's a bit, you know, kind of a bit more forgiving in the bumps, but it doesn't really affect it too much mid-corner, and while you're on your line, it holds it really surprisingly well. The other advantages to this is the ridiculous amount of technology, far beyond anything I've experienced on a motorcycle.
I just had a really good time. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to. Like, I expected to enjoy it, but I got asked to pick one bike that I really enjoyed from this trip to be next to me, and it was torn between the S1000 and the G310. I picked the S1000 because even though I rode the G310 a lot more, I think me jumping on this bike, which I was terrified of, and really enjoying it, it was a really huge achievement for me. So super excited about that. Overall, that last leg of the trip was really fun. It was a lot of wind, a lot of... It was hard to keep up with the other guys, but I think it was really cool when we all got into this formation. We created this little like bubble where we all stay really protected, and I got to go in the slipstream, as he called it. Let's go! And I was like...
I know I can see where you're home again.
They gave me a tow all the way back. So riding from Sydney to Melbourne, even though I missed one day, it's still something that I don't think I would have done on my own. So I think it's super crazy because, one, when do you get to ride around with coaches who are so much better than you and can like guide you? And I just felt so safe and so supported this whole trip.
Chappie has been a champ and giving us tips throughout the journey. Every day was a different bike, you know, different experience, different roads, different weather, different conditions, different everything. So it's been essential having like coaches following us through and helping us out to develop our skills and ride safely, you know, have fun on the bike and yeah, just have a blast.
I can see why people fly one of these and travel the world, because you definitely could and would and should. And it means I'm probably going to end up doing more road riding, which I never thought I'd say as an adult who sort of dedicates himself to the racetrack. So,
got one more little ride to Phillip Island tomorrow, and then I'm on track coaching for California Superbike School. So I'm super looking forward to that as well.
I think it's time to relax, have another brewski. Normally I have one. Yeah, we'll see you next time at the next location on the next bike.
Huge thanks to Saint for giving us some kit too and keeping us warm along the way, because it did get cold. So thank you so much. BMW, California Superbike School, Mega, everyone here, thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Thank you, CSS.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saint, for gearing us up, and BMW for letting us these awesome machines.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Greg, signing off. I'll see you all next time.
Thank you guys, thank you so much. I'm very grateful for this opportunity and I look forward to ride with you again. I'll catch you in Phillip Island. Later.